Happy Monday to all of the real ones. The Giants start off the week by signing a running back, and we're going to break that down. The reason they did that is because we got some injury news to some backs on this roster. Most notably, Cam Skattebo in his hamstring. Brian Daboll spoke on that after the rookie running back underwent an MRI this morning. Big stuff there. But first, I just want to say thank you to all of the real ones that have subscribed to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. We crossed over 78,000 subscribers this morning. An amazing achievement, and I just want to say thank you. If you love the Giants, you want free videos every day, hit that sub button right now. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and Jonathan Ward, you are a New York Giant. We'll start with the transaction, then we'll get to the MRI news on Cam Skattebo and some other injuries at the running back spot. But I'm sure you're all wondering, who is Jonathan Ward? You came to the right place. The 27-year-old running back, he entered the NFL in the 2020 offseason, where he was signed by the Arizona Cardinals as an undrafted free agent. He spent 2 years in the desert with the Cards. Then he had some brief stops with the New York Jets, the Tennessee Titans, and last year he played with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so he was teammates with Russell Wilson. He's appeared in 46 games in his NFL career. 22 carries to his name, 91 yards, 4.1 yards per carry, and one total touchdown, that being a receiving touchdown. This is a player that also has some special teams ability as well. He's returned 2 kickoffs for 42 yards in total, and he's recorded 18 special teams tackles. So he can get you some work done on special teams. He could be used as a kick returner if needed, and right now, he's going to be fighting for a roster spot. He'll probably get some carries in the preseason game, but he's really just someone that they can give some reps to as that running back room is a little bit beat up. This is a move that they had to make. The only really healthy running backs on this roster are Tyrone Tracy and Dante Miller. And you can't really go through training camp. You definitely don't want to go through the first preseason game with only 2 healthy backs because Cam Skattebo, he is dealing with a hamstring injury that knocked him out of practice over the weekend. He has not returned since. We'll talk more on the rookie coming up in a second. Eric Gray, the 4th-year running back now, or 3rd-year running back out of Tennessee in Oklahoma, has not participated at Giants training camp for 1 practice this offseason. He's dealing with a knee injury. He is still on the physically unable to perform list. And Rashawn Baker, he is dealing with a knee injury of his own. So only 2 backs were healthy. They add Jonathan Ward to this team, and they have 3 guys that they can give carries to maybe this weekend against the Buffalo Bills. The bad news of today's show, and I guess you could say it is good news, but it's never good when a player is hurt. Someone like Cam Skattebo, who we have all already fallen in love with and have high expectations for. I'm not sure when he's going to be back on the practice field. He underwent an MRI this morning on his hamstring. Brian Daboll was optimistic about it, and he kind of categorized all of the hurt people on the Giants team and said they're all progressing. So shout out to Daboll for that. We do know that he had a setback. On Monday of last week, the Giants put on the pads for the first time. Skattebo was a star, made highlight after highlight. He was getting reps with the first team. Then he did not participate on Tuesday. The Giants did not have practice on Wednesday. He returned to practice on Thursday, and that is when he had to leave practice and was visibly upset, was seen slamming his helmet as he had to walk off of the field with trainers. Brian Daboll then on Saturday said it was a setback for Skattebo, said he was dealing with something throughout the offseason. Sounds like they tried to rush him back, or he said he was good to go. I'm sure Skattebo said, I'm not hurt, I could play. Then he goes out there, and even worse news for his hamstring. A lot of people I've seen said Brian Daboll said Skattebo was day to day. He did not say that. He said, we'll take it day by day. And I know it's one word difference, but day to day and day by day is much different. When you're day to day, that means you could return any day. When you say day by day, that makes me believe it's a little bit more significant of an injury, and it could be days or maybe even weeks until he returns, and this is not good. It's the Giants offense that struggled to put up points last year. They weren't all that efficient consistently running the football. They had their stretches of the year where they were really good, but overall, they were not a feared rushing attack. And Skattebo was hopefully going to change that. He was already making plays throughout training camp. A lot of people were starting to fall in love with him. He was getting reps with the first team offense. It was feeling like he was going to take over as the lead back for this team as the season went on. And that's no disrespect to Tyrone Tracy. It's just a compliment to Cam on how good of a running back he is. So I don't expect him to participate in practice for at least a couple of days, maybe even a week. And I don't really expect him to see him this Saturday against the Buffalo Bills in the first preseason game. That's unfortunate, man. The preseason is what the preseason is, but it's a lot more fun when you got rookies on the offensive side of the ball that you can watch and get excited about. And that is what Skattebo was going to do for this football team. No official word on if he's going to play this Saturday against the Bills, but I'd probably go out and just say I don't think it's going to happen, and hopefully he can get back to 100% being healthy. Hamstrings are scary. They never really go away. They linger, especially for a position like a running back. So knock on wood, hopefully he is back on the football field sooner rather than later. If you want to see him at least healthy for week 1 against the Washington Commanders, hit that thumbs up icon. Show your rookie running back some love. Cam Skattebo, can't wait to watch him play for this team. I have a couple more thoughts and things we want to talk about on today's show. But first, take advantage of this deal. This shirt was once 50% off. It's still on sale. It's now $32. You can get your shirt today. A Giants Nike t-shirt. You'll see me wearing this on game days this year. Chatsports.com/Giants sale. That's chatsports.com/Giants sale. It was $40. Now it's $32. So you look at the Giants running back depth chart, and obviously Tyrone Tracy, Devin Singletary at the top of the list. I think earlier in the show, I said they only had 2 healthy backs. Well, I'm an idiot. Dante Turbo Miller is also on this team and healthy. That was the PTI or around the horn where they come back at the end of the show and they do the errors. Error is I said 2. It's also Dante Miller. And I should have known that because I scripted this show because I wanted to talk about Dante Turbo Miller. Hopefully he gets a lot of work in the preseason. I don't really want to see Tyrone Tracy get all that many reps. And with Devin Singletary being a veteran, I don't know how many reps he's going to get. But I've been a big fan of Turbo since the Giants signed him. And he played well in the preseason last year. He had 26 carries for 108 yards, averaging 4.2 yards per carry. Also had 2 more catches for 17 yards. And in his first preseason game against the Lions, he was pretty damn good. Forced 5 missed tackles, picked up 3 first downs, showed off that speed, showed off that athleticism. So give me some Turbo Miller reps versus Buffalo. I'm a bigger Turbo fan than I am Eric Gray. And if the Giants are going to keep 4 backs on this team, I want Miller to be that guy. You can't coach speed. And he's got top of the league speed. You don't call someone Turbo unless they have a turbo button. And he does. Excited to see him play this Saturday against the Bills. Expect to see a lot of him, as I don't think they'll give Tyrone Tracy or Turbo. Who was I talking about? They won't give Tracy, or they won't give Devin Singletary. Shout out to producer Reed for that. My mind is all over the place. All that many reps this weekend. Expect to see a lot of the young guys. And Miller, an opportunity to show off his speed, athleticism, and talent to potentially make this team. If we get any more updates on Skattebo, we'll break it down on this channel as well as on my Twitter. So if you want to never miss a thing about the Giants, hit me up on social media.